Okay, here's a guy right here that he just doesn't get it. He's a guy right now who started watching the WNBA because of Caitlin Clark, which is absolutely fine. Caitlin Clark is dynamic. She is probably the greatest show on the court right now, men or women. I'm gonna die on that hill. I believe it. Like when the Fever play, I'm a Sky fan. I'm tuning into the Fever games. I'm tuning into the Sky games for sure. If those two games are on, I'm watching them both. But this is the fan right here that I don't like. I don't like him for the simple fact that he's uninformed and he has a platform. That's the problem. If he was just uninformed and just spitting into the wind, I wouldn't care. He's spitting into the wind with a platform of people that are following his narratives and they're trusting his voice because as big as your platform grows, it amplifies your voice and people begin to hear you and believe that you are speaking from a place of authority. He's not. He's an admitted person that says, I'm only going to watch the Fever, and specifically, I'm only watching for Caitlin. So that means when now that Caitlin's injured, he's going to be one of those guys that's not going to want to watch the game. He's not going to watch the Fever. He's one of those guys that's going to complain and look for viewer ratings because he told his fans to boycott the All Star game because Caitlyn wasn't playing. He wasn't a guy that's supporting the WNBA saying, hey, Caitlin's going to be out there. She's going to be at events. We're going to support these girls. Injuries happen. No, he's saying, no, guys, don't go out there. We're not going to support because Caitlyn got injured. These are the fans that we need to get rid of. It's not all Caitlin Clark fans. It's this sort of fan. Now I'm going to show a clip of some of the things he's saying that's just absolutely annoying because he's fighting against what we know. See, this is how business works. I'm gonna give you a preface to what's gonna happen in this clip. Business works like this. Like when I'm negotiating, I'm not like, okay, let's say like I want to say it in a way where it can be okay, let's say like this. Like there are sport athletes who they get married and they, some of most like the majority of them over 50% get a divorce. You know what the smarter athletes do when they marry someone that looks like could be a gold digger type? They have all of their funding, all of their property in the name of another. So when I get a divorce, she can't take anything from me. And this is what the owners are doing with the players right now. They're letting you all know, hey, we were 40 mil in the hole while saying, hey, let's negotiate, wink, wink, because we know right now I have $1 billion gold mine in Caitlin Elizabeth Clark that I'm going to make all of that back. So, but nah, but they're constantly telling you, hey, we're 4 million. We lost 40 million last year. They're amplifying that so people like this nitwit can out there and just keep sharing it because he doesn't know any better because he's not in the field. He hasn't been in the trenches to understand the dynamic of this sport. For 28 years, they've been in the red, but it wasn't every 28 years. The first 4 or 5 years were positive. You got to understand that. So the owners are not going to tell you that, man, we're about to make money hand over fist. They're not going to tell you that, you nitwit. This is how you negotiate. I'm going to hide these assets so you don't realize that we're about to get paid. And the players understand that. Of course, they have advisors. See, this is certain people just think that these players are going in there with just their bachelor's degree from La Tech. She graduated from La Tech in marketing. Let's make her the head of our discussions on finance. No, they have advisors as well. They have lawyers as well. They have agents as well that's informing them on what's exactly going on. You guys got to get out of y'all got to stop listening to people like this. Stop listening to people like this that have agendas that's just trying. He doesn't even know his homeboy Dave Portnoy, who I do not like Dave Portnoy. I do not. I do not like him at all. I think that he's pompous. He's rude. I'm kind of pompous also. So I get it. I understand why people don't like him. A lot of people don't like me either. So I get that. But I don't like him for a certain. He allows like if there's something about me that seems like racist or harmful towards others, I'm gonna quickly get out there and extinguish that because I'm never going to be a person that wants hatred to be attached to my namesake. And that's one thing I don't like about Dave Portnoy. He relishes in that in being sort of known as one that hates others. I don't like that. But you cannot disagree that that Dave Portnoy is a finance has a financial mind. And he spoke out today. I posted a video on TikTok kind of giving out a diagram. I rambled a little bit, so it didn't come out as clear as he did. But he basically said everything I said about how the finances work. And this is what's going on. And people like this guy now, eventually tomorrow, watch, mark my word, tomorrow, Tuesday, one day he's gonna see that Dave Portnoy video, he's gonna change his stance because Portnoy is a guy that he can admire. So I'm telling you what's going to happen, man. They don't understand. The owners are going to keep telling the public and media that, hey, we've lost 40 million for the past 28 years because no one in social media is going to research this stuff. They're not going to say, what is the profitability margin? What is the expected range of income this year? No one's going to go research that because they're not. I'm going to take the word of my favorite YouTuber, nitwits. But yeah, this is why I made this video. I was gonna actually play the rest of this video, but I don't really want to play it. I just gave you a synopsis of what he's saying. He's basically just bashing the players for wanting more money. You got to understand they're doing something similar. The owners are doing it. The players are doing it. The players are wearing those goofy T-shirts. Yes, I'm on the side of players getting money. Those T-shirts were goofy. Come on, let's be honest. Those T-shirts were goofy. I'm on the side of players getting money. Those T-shirts were goofy. I can two things can be true. So with that being said, the owners are doing the same thing. That's why they keep leaking those stories of how they haven't made money in 28 years, how they were $48 million in the hole. They keep doing that because they're trying to get public perception on their side. Because you know what's going to happen when YouTubers and people like this dork picks it up? They're going to talk about it. They're going to keep saying it because that's all the information they have. So look, man, dig into it yourself. I'm gonna post as much as I can. Like when I catch little weenies like this, kind of trying to like downplay, man. These women know they're not gonna get paid as much as the NBA players. They're not. The revenue increase would not be that enormous. They just won't. But they definitely deserve a pay raise, man. You cannot have superstar rookie athletes who are making $4 and $5 million NIL deals in college and come into your league and say, I'm going to give you $75,000 to play. No, that's how you ruin a league. So we're gonna fix that. We have to fix that. We got to stay on the right side of this. And I'm only doing this because this is WNBA content. So the football season, let's go football. I'm not ready for the NFL, man, because I'm tired of arguing with people like this that hasn't been in the field with the WNBA. They just have a bigger platform. So look, I just wanted to put that out there, man. Hope it gets to the right ears. I'm out.